It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Raiders and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Goode and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
From SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And what big news it was back in January when news leaked out that Matthew Stafford was leaving Detroit and heading out west to join the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are hoping he's the missing piece to the puzzle as they seek a Super Bowl title. Over 45,000 yards passing as a Lion, but not a single playoff victory in his entire tenure. The Rams general manager has said he can envision Stafford staying 5 to 8 years, which would... take him into his 40s.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Akers shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading him out in his second season from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, it's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trey, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's
nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground. Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now a run with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's Corey Littleton who made the tackle. Of course, he used to be with these L.A. Rams. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Gay's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the option, here's Drake. And some room to roam now. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Nah.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Drake. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in ball. Like this before, but how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Drake. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for the 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd.
What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the interception, here's Stafford. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And this one too low. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's third down.
So now here. In the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. To the air again, Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Raiders have recovered.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Time again to see Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down and 4, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Throwing his Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode. What defensive line coaches like to call retrace it. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry runs.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arms got plenty of life to it. And that was a thing of beauty there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. As the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Rams, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You know, this is the regular season, partner. We'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Wolford.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. Coming off that fumble recovery last time, so maybe they come out here with bigger eyes, a little bit more excitement.
No doubt about it, and I would hate to be a guy in the NFL nowadays that has the football in his hands. Because in the old days, you just worried about getting tackled. Now, they're trying to strip the football, create the takeaways, and that's often more embarrassing than getting knocked to the ground.
Have they gotten much better since your playing days at stripping the football?
So far beyond what we used to talk about. Our thing was just securing tackles, and if turnovers were a result of the tackle, that was one thing. But now they want to secure the tackle, the next guy in, he's working to stripping the ball out, creating takeaways, getting it away from the offense is crucial.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Riddick with a carry. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. Newman. He uncorks it for Snead. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. And Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newman. Forced out to his left. Fights off the defender, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, Richard. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson on for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
13-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Wolford. Over the middle, complete. That's Webster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. Stiff-armed him. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Bring it. 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Henderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here.
To throw is Wolford.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Richard, they'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it. 30-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Newman.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On second down now. Richard. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This is Richard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Richard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They go play action with Newman. He completes it to Snead. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
On first down, Richard powers through. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Here's Riddick. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Here's Newman to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Wolford looking to throw it. That's taken in by Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wolford to the air. And the catch made by Hopkins. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
ran the perfect defense in this situation, would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up close.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wolford, he finds his man, complete. It's Webster, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Wolford to throw. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime? Run the football. You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
With a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.